Do 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 do. Time to eat some chicken. Time to eat some chicken. That's some good ass chicken. Howdy, y'all. Call me a fuckboy? You call me a fuckboy? You better respect my gangster. I ain't have nobody call me no fuckboy up in here. You heard me? PacSun faggot? I don't think I own any PacSun gear, dude. It ain't 5 a.m., dog. It's like midnight. Maybe 1. It ain't no 5. Yeah. Islam is a feminist religion. Okay. How many female imams are there? That question right there pretty much destroys that premise. Is Dinor a feminist? He's an egalitarian. Huh. Are you an egalitarian, Dinor? Yeah. What am I doing for St. Patty's Day tomorrow? I don't know, man. It's been a long time since I've actually celebrated St. Patty's Day. I'll probably call my mom. My mom celebrates it every year. She makes corned beef and cabbage. Really good. So I'm gonna be missing home this St. Patty's, but token with Paul again. What's up, dude? I may be in your area, dude. This April, Ashley and I are gonna be probably in Pismo, I would say, and we may end up staying in an Airbnb somewhere in SLO, depending. I know for sure we're gonna want to come into SLO. Dude, I spent so much of my life in SLO. You have no idea, dude. It's crazy. So when I'm in the fucking zone, dude, I'll let people know for sure. We're definitely gonna let people know where we're at. So if some locals want to come meet us and have a drink or something, so we'll definitely hit you up, man. For sure. Actually, put my wheat. DP meetup in Harrisburg. I don't know, man. I don't think so, but maybe. You never know, man. Never give up hope. Pismo was beautiful today. I bet it was. It's beautiful almost all the time. I don't think I've ever been to Pismo and had it not be beautiful. What up, Sam? DP meetup in Philly. Ardmore, Oklahoma. Sounds like a hoppin' fucking town, bro. Ardmore, Oklahoma. What is Dinor plotting, do you think? What are you plotting, boy? What are you plotting? He's probably going to try and snatch some of this chicken, dude. That's why he's over here being so happy right now. He wants this goddamn chicken. But I hate to fucking be the bearer of bad news, but he ain't getting none of this goddamn chicken. This is my chicken. First, a freaking missile went through the ceiling of your bedroom. Oh, cool, man. Please tell us another one. All right, fine. I'll give some to Dinor. Come here. You ready? Get down. Get down here. Get down here. You gotta jump. All right. You gonna sit? Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. There you go. Go take that away. That's all you're getting too. Don't be begging for more. It's more chicken than you deserve, you little rapscallion. I like tomatoes on pizza. Yeah, man. And some decent ass chicken. Nope, I don't like pineapple on pizza. Pineapple belongs nowhere near fucking pizza. And anybody that puts pineapple on a pizza is a degenerate fucking piece of shit that should jump into the fucking ocean and never fucking swim out again. So there's that. It's a pretty strong opinion on pineapple pizza, but that's how I feel, man. I gotta be honest. Chat broke? Yeah, it did for a second, didn't it? Fucking pineapple on pizza. You gotta be kidding me. Stupid fucking ideas, man. Stupid fucking human beings and their stupid fucking ideas. Well, I got my deal. Let's put some fucking fruit on this here pizza. Whoa, man, that tastes awful. Let's pretend we like it and get other people to do the same. Yeah, Scotty is unfortunately one of the many people who have been fooled into thinking that pineapple should go on pizza. Somebody was like, pineapple's good on pizza. Why don't you put a little bacon to counteract all that sweetness? And I'm like, why not just not bother with the sweetness so you don't have to counteract something that shouldn't be on a pizza? How about that? But whatever. I guess people think weird. Oh, I'm gonna take this cracker and smear some dog shit on it. Oh man, that's bad, but what if I sprinkle a little sugar on the dog shit? Alright. No, that's passable. Fuck you. Let's take the dog shit off the cracker. Put something else on it. Terrible analogy. Well, fuck you. Fuck you, I didn't hear you giving a better one. I didn't hear you giving a better analogy. It's pretty easy to sit there in the peanut gallery, isn't it? Judge other people's fucking analogies all goddamn day. Huh. Yeah, dude, I like pineapple by itself. I like pineapple like in a fruit salad. You know what I mean? I'm even down for pineapple in some savory dishes. Like I've had chicken with, a little bit of pineapple thrown in it. I've had, salads with a little bit of pineapple cut up in it that had elevated the salad a little bit. Look, I just don't want it on my goddamn pizza. I've had grilled pineapple before. It's fucking delicious. Hell yeah. I'm not a pineapple hater. Not me. What about anchovies? Nah. Another unwelcome fucking visitor to a pizza. No thank you. Little fish bodies? Nah. Little pickled fish body? Nah. I have not watched The Sopranos. I've seen a few episodes of it, but I never got into it. It was one of those shows that like everybody watched, and I always told myself, you know what, one day I'm going to find time to watch The Sopranos. Never happened. So, sorry. Is TJ the strangest friend I have? No. TJ is pretty fucking normal compared to a couple of my friends. You have any opinions on San Diego? I like San Diego. You know, it's not my favorite place in California, but it's all right. It's the weirdest kink I have. I don't really know. I honestly don't know how to quantify weird, so I don't really think kinks are all that weird. Kinks are kinks. Fuck The Sopranos. Watch Game of Thrones or Westworld. Well, I've seen Game of Thrones and I started Westworld. Right now I'm smoking up the last little bit of my Pineapple Express. Sorry about the belching. I've been smoking on this for a while, and we're down to one lonely little nug in there, so it's time to go buy some weed tomorrow. I got a bunch of it ground up here, though, so I'm good for tonight. I spent almost all day yesterday on tinkering with this fucking piece of shit computer. I'm done. Like, look, if I had the time to sit and troubleshoot my computer all fucking night, I'd do it. But I have other things, and I don't work a job where I have the luxury of sitting and troubleshooting a goddamn computer. So I'm just going to take it in. There's a shop right around here. I'll let them diagnose it, find out what's wrong with it, and see if it's worth an RMA or not. My thoughts on Charles Manson. That dude that got put in prison for facilitating the killing of a bunch of people. He should be. Manson is not dead. No, he's still alive. You'd fuck Trump's head on Hillary's body? It's pretty weird, man. It's a problem with my PC. I'm thinking it's probably a faulty SSD. At the end of it, that's kind of what it feels like. But it was running fine, and then all of a sudden started running like dog shit. And then it would get better for a little while, and then it'd run like worse dog shit. And the more I tried to tinker with drivers and troubleshoot the problem, the more dog shit it got. And then it eventually got to the point where it wouldn't boot. I've wiped it and reinstalled Windows twice now. It hasn't fixed the problem. So luckily, it is acting like a failing SSD. So no, I was checking the temps on the CPU and the GPU. Temps were all within norms. Actually, really good. They never spiked or anything, so it's definitely, well, I'm not going to say definitely, but it's either a faulty motherboard or faulty SSD. I don't know. What I think of the Shelley Miscavige story, it's pretty interesting, right? For those of you that don't know, Shelley Miscavige is the wife of David Miscavige, who's the chairman of the board of religious technology for Scientology, the head guy. And she has not been seen for many, many years. She just disappeared. She was a very outgoing, personable person. And she just kind of vanished. And it's posited that she's dead. It's posited that she's still alive and living on a base somewhere under lock and key because she wants to get out. But David Miscavige isn't willing to risk the fallout that would come if his wife left him and talked about what goes on in Scientology. So there's all this, but like one thing that people do know is that she just hasn't been seen. She just hasn't been seen. Give us your opinion on Vault 7. I mean, honestly, if I thought that we had a populace that could consume that type of information and then come together and realize that we need to do something about it, I'd be pretty happy that Vault 7 got released. But as it stands, it basically told me a bunch of shit I already knew was going on. I mean, maybe not the specifics, but anybody that thought that the intelligence agencies weren't spying on you, well, you're dumb. So, no new information there, although just a confirmation of what everybody always knew, and nobody seems to care. People outside of a general circle of privacy advocates don't even really seem to care about Vault 7. And that's why it'll just kind of fly under the radar. People will be done with it in another couple of days, and we'll be on to the next thing. You don't actually think you're the bee's knees, do you? You aren't all that. You are, I mean, but no, you aren't so cool. I don't know what the fuck you're rambling about, bro, but I hope it works out for you. I don't even know if that was hating. I couldn't really figure out what the fuck was going on with that motherfucker. I couldn't tell if it was trying to fucking poke at me or trying to pass me props or some combination of the goddamn two. At a certain point, you just shut down the translation office and just charge at the game and go, all right, bud. Nice interneting to you, too. Whatever you were trying to say just kind of poofed. But thanks for trying. What kind of music gives my brain an orgasm? Jazz. When I really want to just turn my brain off and sit and have that kind of meditative music listening experience, jazz is really the one I go to. It's just beautiful to listen to. Do 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 do. Let me see here. Let me click on you, and let me dab your faggoty ass onto the block list. How's that? How you like that? How you like them apples, Mrs. Peterson? You fine with that? You okay with that? Like what? How fucking dumb do you have to be to keep spamming something over and over and over and over again, dude? And it's not even a question. It's not even like somebody trying to get me to notice something. It's just somebody dab. 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 Hold on, can I type it again? Dab. Dab. What the fuck? Why do I care so much? I don't. I just don't understand. I don't understand people's fucking thought processes, dude. It's a strange thing to me. I mean, I don't mind it when everybody's doing it, but fuck me, dude. When it's just one lonely fucking memer going, dab, and nobody else is going, LOL, man, yeah, let me join you on dab. It's just not happening, man. Just not happening, bro. I know, dude. It's alright, though. I like chats. Dude, I'll be honest with you. I have a Twitch account that I use when I'm watching people. I just absolutely fucking meme in chat sometimes. I don't know what it is about just turning my fucking brain off and memeing in chat. Like, just posting, like, Brother Man Bill and trying to make it happen in the chat, you know what I mean? And nobody wants to do Brother Man Bill, but you don't give up. You're like, hey, how about some Brother Man Bill? KK Kona, KK Kona, KK Kona. And nobody fucking picks up on it, and you're like, shit. KK Kona, Brother Man Bill, KK Kona. Shit, nobody liked that. I don't know what it was, dude. I don't know what it was, but I like joining in the fucking meme rages every once in a while. So I guess I can understand where people are coming from. I know, dude. If no one responds to the meme, what do? A lot of people would say, well, you move on to the next meme, and no, you meme it again. Right? Because this time's going to be the time. Yeah, I know that feel. Wrist. What do you think of the new Star Wars movies? I was okay with Episode 7. I thought Rogue One was total dog shit. Outside of that, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic about Episode 8. We'll see what it does. Oh shit, dude. Scotty's fucking hating on me on Twitter, dude. Scotty said some nastiness on Twitter, dude. I'm gonna have to go pay tribute to the Kaiser, because you can't come back to Scotty on Twitter. You know, he's got that ironclad armor of being completely above criticism. So you just got to take it, you know what I mean? When the eye of the Kaiser is upon you, all you can do is hope that his gaze is averted elsewhere. You're begging for a shout out? That's kind of pathetic, bro. There's only 160 people in here, man. What are you gonna do? What am I gonna change your life with 160 people? I don't know, man. Whatever. Dude, is the Kaiser up in here? Did he come up in here? Kaiser will lead the Fourth Reich. I hope not, man. I hope it doesn't come down to a fucking Reich, guys. Not a Reich, okay? Can we not make it a Reich? Please. No, you can't see my dick, dude. And I don't mean like I won't show it to you. I mean like if I did, you couldn't see it anyway. So. Does TJ ever come into the studio with Scotty slung over one shoulder, totally knocked out? Like, that's usually how they arrive, but it's the other way around. Scotty usually comes in with a totally unconscious TJ dragging on a sled behind him, and we have to move him into his chair and then put some smelling salts under his nose and give him enough weed to make him functional enough to do the show. That's basically how it works. This chat is cancer. All chats are cancer, dude. Don't complain about it. It just makes the cancer worse. Just accept it. You know, become part of the cancer. Work within the cancer. Become the little cancer that could. Yeah, dude. Pepe, Kek, Cancer, Trump, Kekistan. Do a fart. Pepe, Kek, Plumbo. Poop balls. Yeah, just join the collective, man. See? I'm doing it, guys. Bust a dorb. Dab. Hey, man, how about some brother man Bill? Dab. Do a dab. Poop balls. Okay, that felt good. See? We all let it go for a little while. You got a meme for a little while, dude. Oh, yeah, Dat Boy. Pee-Pee the Frog. Kekistan. Praise Kek. BTFO. Yeah, man. What do you think of families that have 5+ children? Well, I've got one very close to me, and I think it's an excessive amount of fucking children, personally. I mean, you know, once you know these little kids, I mean, they're my nieces and nephews, so I'm not like, well, I wish you didn't exist. So it's hard to like, but really, if I'm honest, 5 kids is a little much. Just a hair. So let me give you an example of this, okay? when I left California in 2016, actually it was 2015, but late 2015, going into 2016. When I left California, my sister was pregnant, big pregnant with her fourth child. And since I've been in Texas, so this has been, a little over a year, she's had that kid, and she's now big and pregnant with a fifth child. So the next time I see my sister, she's going to be big and pregnant again, but with a different child. I don't know, dude. My sister is made of some kind of fucking, like, she obviously with that many children is a stay-at-home mom. Her husband is the, monetary breadwinner of the family, but her entire life is consumed with these children. She, from sundown to sunup, and every hour in between that she's not asleep, which is fewer and fewer, she raises the children. And they're very bright little children. They're clearly having a great childhood because of it. Honestly, she takes good care of them outside of the religious issues that I have. But she doesn't have much of a life of her own. I don't know when the last time my sister had a break from her children was. What denomination? Protestant. I don't know. One of these kind of new wave evangelical, more modern evangelical type of churches. I'll be right back. Oh. Why are you closed? The people of ideology want to see Paul talk. Why is he gone? Why is he quiet? China removed the one-child policy. Maybe China needs to listen. Yeah, well, I mean, look, I don't know if the one-child policy would even be feasible here, but I certainly do think that we should be de-incentivizing people from having that many goddamn children. Buddy? Bowie. What? I told you were getting one chicken. One. And now you're going to scam a second one off of me because you're cute? Okay, look. I'm going to give you a chicken, but you're going to work for your meal. Get down. Get down. Get down here. Come down here for the chicken. All right. You ready? You sit. You lay down. Lay down. No. Speak. 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 Nope. You lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Speak. 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 Good boy. All right. We'll call that a speak. You're not a very vocal guy. You ready? Nope. Sit. Ready? Go. What breed is Dynor? We're not sure. I know for sure he's got Shih Tzu. We were told he is a triple mix of Shih Tzu, miniature poodle, and Maltese. We have since, however, found pictures that people have sent us on the internet after looking at pictures of him, of Tibetan Terriers, which look very, very similar to him. So he might be some kind of weird dog. We don't know. He is double the size of his parents. So he's about 20 pounds. Both of his parents are 8-pound dogs. So he somehow, we don't know what he is. He's a weird dog. I know there's a little bit of Shih Tzu in him because he's got the weird googly Shih Tzu eyes. But outside of that, He's not built like a Shih Tzu. And he's not built like either of his parents. He's weird and wiry. Like, when he's shaved like this, it really shows off how spindly he is. Hey, come here, bud. Oh, you're eating your chicken. Well, never mind. Let me look. Let them look at you real quick. See how, like, wiry his little, like, frame is? Keep away from the crazy dog fucker lady. I don't know, dude. Whatever, dude. I'm not gonna hate the player, dude. I'm not gonna hate the player. If she comes over here and she wants a piece of Dynor and he wants to go, I'm not gonna stand in his way. You know what I mean? How am I gonna stand in his way? Is Dynor an aggressive dog? No. He's actually pretty skittish. He's doesn't really like other dogs at all because he wasn't raised around any of them, and he thinks he's a person and he thinks they're different from him. He's just now, because he's been around Salvador and Ujiro so much recently, he's just now starting to get that he's of dog, because he doesn't know how to sniff. Like, he literally doesn't know how to sniff other dogs' butts, and when other dogs try and do it to him, he's confused. He doesn't have that instinct. So he's just now starting to get this idea that he's actually a dog. Like, today, I took him out in the courtyard here to run a little bit, and there happened to be another lady out there with a little Boston Terrier who was playing fetch. And when my dog came out, I told her, I said, oh, you know, he's very skittish around dogs. He won't. And she was like, oh, it's okay. She's like, she just loves to fetch. And I was like, well, he'll probably chase her around. And so the lady would throw the ball for the little Boston Terrier, and Dynor wasn't chasing the ball. He would just run after the little dog. And when it got to the ball, he would stop. And when it ran back, he would run after. It was like he didn't want the ball. He wanted the dog to see him emulating what... it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing to watch. Like, he's just kind of doing what they're doing and hoping that they're okay with it. Like, he's very skittish about what they think about him being near them. But yeah, he's learning how to dog from other dogs. So, but he's kind of a weirdo. He doesn't really act like a dog most of the time. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? I don't have any more chicken. All chicken all gone. Sorry. No more chicken. No more chicken. Go on about your business.
What is this homeless guy streaming, man? I said that earlier, nobody LOL, but I'm gonna type it again, cause I think maybe this time it just went by too fast. What's up with this homeless?
Homeless dude, man. Paul's always hating on the chat. No, just responsive, man. Look, some nights there's a lot of negativity flying out of the chat, man. Brother could just spare 50 cents for a bus ticket to see my family. Get down. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. All right, we're gonna take Dynor out to potty. You guys want to come with me? We have to be quiet, but we're gonna take Dynor outside. Everybody be quiet. Come here, bags. Oh no, dude, what the fuck? My life is such a travesty. Like, I'm trying to get a poop bag and I knock over all these coupons stacked up here. So now I've got to spend 20 fucking minutes picking up coupons. for shit I don't even care about. Okay, here we go. Let's try and do this the right way this time. Okay, that clearly didn't work. So let's go here. Okay, that's fine. You ready? Ready, bud? Let's flip the camera. Here we go. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Had to switch over from my Wi-Fi to this. But anyway, as I was saying, this is the courtyard of the building that I live in. It's pretty cool. It's basically a giant enclosed courtyard surrounded by the complex that I live in. And this kind of big open grassy area here is actually built on the second floor of the building. So we're actually on the second floor, even though it looks like we're kind of outside with all these trees and shit here. Pretty cool. I don't know if you guys can see Dinor out there. Oh, dude, the weather right now is perfect, man. It's just the type of weather you need, like a hoodie to be nice and chill, and like it's perfect right now. It's just beautiful here. So yeah, this is this giant building back behind our building that they're renovating currently. It's all empty and under construction, but it's a giant tower behind where I live. On the other side of the building, you kind of get a better look at all the empty floors, but you can kind of see it. It looks like something out of like a 90s action movie up there. Like John McClane is gonna come fucking diving out of there in a hail of bullets any second or some shit. Come on, bud. Let's go. Dinor's such a happy dude. All right, time to go back inside. Ready? Hey. He just trolled me. He walked over to the door. He walked over to the door and then just bolted back out here. What an asshole. He treats this outdoor area like a fucking obstacle course sometimes. He just like jumps up in all the planter boxes and shit. Walks like I don't know what he's doing. Dinor, hey, buddy boy, let's go. Come on. Quit being a little turd. Quit being a little troll. Yeah? Alright, come on. What the fuck? What the fuck? Look out, Paul. Someone's behind you. Well, that was a little episode of peeing and not quite pooping with Dinor. Running around like an idiot and trolling trolling his dad not once but twice into thinking that he was going to go inside and then bolting away. Rip. I should be okay. Hold on. Bad connection. Well, make it good. Come on. Come on, guy. Come on. You can do it. It's trying to switch back to my fucking Wi-Fi. Here, let's do this. Let's do this. Connect. Still bad. Oh, there it is. I think we're okay. Crisis averted. So, note to self for the future reference, this program apparently does not like switching from Wi-Fi to non-Wi-Fi and back. Whatever. I know how to fix it now, though. If I just kind of pause the stream and then restart it, it forces the reconnect. So, in the future, I know how to deal with it. We're good. Time for a balls deep. Dianor and I are going to answer your most pressing, your deepest, most philosophically sound questions, okay? And that's all. Well, he didn't poop this time, but yes, I do pick up the poop. That is part of the thing. Am I a huggy person? Yes. I like to hug. Dianor? What is it you want, man? What is it that you lack? Okay. Fair enough. Want some food? Go for it. Okay. Well, crisis averted. Dianor apparently wanted his morning feeding now. Is that a dollhouse? Yes, it is. You feel sorry for that guy's balls? Yeah, man, it sucks. Anyways, balls deep. Let's do it. Let's do it. Stupid questions need not apply. Only deep questions. If there were a single state, world, what type of government is best suitable for it? I don't think the type of government that is best suitable for a one world government has been invented yet. I think we can certainly take bits and pieces from existing power structures, but I think we need to build something new. And I think we need to strip away the bad and magnify the good to the best of our ability as people. Until we can hand over stewardship of the day-to-day bullshit to something more capable than human beings can be. What do I get out of this? Well, these types of streams are a good way for me to almost force myself to remain sociable. through times when I would normally do more destructive things to combat creeping mental problems. Recently, the stress at work due to the changes and just kind of shit outside of the job, copyright claims and just bogus bullshit, has ramped up my stress level. And when my stress level goes up, my depressive symptoms tend to rise with them. But one of the things I can do to mitigate that is to make sure that I remain social and that I give my mind something to do other than to eat itself. And so that is one of the things that I get out of doing this. Relax and smoke weed after a hard day of smoking weed. I know, dude. All I do is smoke weed, man. You're right. You're right, man. You got me. You got me. All I've been doing this whole time is smoking weed, and then I get together 2 times a week with the guys and smoke a bunch of weed, and we film it, and we put it out there and go, well, and then we go and we smoke weed. Fuck, man. I've been really trying to perpetrate like we work hard, but in actuality, you're right. We just smoke weed. I was up for almost 48 hours straight this week, smoking weed. Pretending I was doing stuff for the show, but smoking weed. Look at these dirty ass fucking losers. That's my favorite manatee quote of all time, because it was directed at us, the drunken peasants. Look at these dirty ass fucking losers. Really reveals a lot. Can you pet my beard? Sure, man. Stop taking jokes so seriously. I know, dude. I'm not really taking them. I'm going with the flow, man. If you can meme, can I not meme back at you, sir? Are you telling me that the meme flow of this river is a one-way flow? If you meme at me, sir, can I not meme back? Huh? Huh? What gives you hope for humanity? I don't know. The people that I surround myself with, especially recently in my life, are very smart, and it gives me hope that there are people out there like them, It's easy to fall into a trap of looking at humanity and seeing like, oh, everybody's just dumb. Everybody dumb and everything worthless, and all these people are fucking stupid, and a lot of them are. But it's good to know that there's some smart folks out there, at least talking about the problems. Do you see anything wrong with bestiality if it's not forced? If you find it wrong? That's not a balls deep question. That's just one of those trolly ass fucking dog fuck questions. Like, come on, Gord. This balls deep is by far the worst. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, Carmelo. Give it a chance. It's fresh. If a machine could express genuine pain and anguish, would you bother comforting it? How could I comfort a machine? What could I possibly do to comfort a machine? If I was able to comfort a machine and it could express pain and anguish, I'd feel, like any animal I'd see in pain. I'd feel the need to try and help it. But I don't know what I could possibly do for a machine. Yeah, oh yeah, dude, that's a good idea. Dude, so now every time that Paul's Deep is on, we're gonna go to like black and white, dude. Yep, that's what we're doing. This lets people know it's a visual cue to not meme. That's what it is, dude. It's a visual cue to not meme. If a machine figured out how to reproduce like in Ghost in the Shell, would that be enough for you to consider it human? No. because humans are not defined by their reproductive capacity. If that was the case, then there were a lot of other little animals running around that we would also call human. No, to be human, you have to be human. Do robots feel pain in Star Wars? If so, why? I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't really thought about it. If you were a master of machine, oh God, you fucking asshole. You stupid fuckers. You machine fuck if do what I can be to lie. What do you think of the new Ghost in the Shell? That's not a balls deep question, is it? Should we clone the Neanderthal? Sure, bring him back. Bring him back and show him what we've done to the world. Teach him to speak English and then let him tell us how we fucked it all up, man. Bring him back, dude. God's lonely man. My last nightmare, I talked about it on the show, I think. I had a nightmare where, no, maybe I didn't talk about it on the show. I had a nightmare where TJ called me up. He was like, Paul, we got to talk. I'm like, all right, man. He's like, meet me in the usual spot, the spot that he goes to smoke during the show. And I was like, all right. So I go down there and he's smoking a cigarette and he's pacing around. And I'm like, all right, bro, what's going on? He's like, give me a minute. You know, he's doing this pacing thing. And I'm like, fuck. And so finally he goes, all right, Paul, I'm not going to mince words with you, man. It ain't working out. And I was like, what ain't working out? And he goes, you, being around, being on the show, everything. The whole thing. I was like, can I ask why? And he goes, Chelsea don't like you. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah. Look, dude, I tried to advocate with you for Chelsea, but honestly, it comes down to this, dude. My home life is a fucking wreck because she can't stand you. She doesn't want you anywhere near me or her. And it's like, you know, I'm tired of fighting with her, and it's a losing battle, man. So you gotta go. I'm sorry. And I was like, wow. What a fucked up thing. So I often wonder when I have dreams like that, like, what the thought process behind that could be. What if we have custom sex robots? What are you gonna get if you can have anything? And how gross would it be? I don't know, dude. We're so far from like any custom robot that I would ever fuck. Cause like, I've seen the shit that they have now, and quite frankly, I would be way too creeped out to fuck something that looked like that. Those real dolls and like the weird robotic ones that they have now in Japan, where like their faces move and stuff. It's real kind of creepy to me. It does that whole uncanny valley feeling to me, and there's no way I could maintain a boner through that and fuck a fucking mannequin. It's just not, whatever. So we're too far from it for me to think about ordering a custom robot right now. It'd have to be so human-like that it was completely indistinguishable before I'd even consider it. If the apocalypse came, would you kill yourself or struggle through it? Answer that question depends on the circumstance, right? I can't see myself immediately turning to suicide. I would have the instincts to try and get to my family that's elsewhere, and that might end up being what gets me killed. But I couldn't really but if circumstances were dire and there was really no hope of getting out, and you were looking at some kind of horrible death imminently, then sure, yeah, suicide becomes an option at that point. So, if time travel exists, what type of time travel do you think is more likely? I don't know, dude. I'm not a time travel expert. It's kind of a subject that makes my brain hurt. I don't know what the established different kinds of time travel are, so I can't really answer the question. You can select from one person from history and ask them a question to which they must give a truthful reply. Whom would you select, and what question would you ask? That's a good question. You can select one person from history. You can ask them one question. They have to be truthful about it. What would have the maximum impact? Well, Jesus is not even like, look, dude, there's a possibility that Jesus as a human being never really existed in the first place. So I wouldn't even really put him on the list. Muhammad almost certainly existed. So maybe that would be it. Maybe I'd grab Muhammad and I'd force him to answer absolutely truthfully whether or not he was divinely inspired, or whether or not he's just making all this bullshit up. Assuming, of course, he doesn't have the ability to lie and obfuscate the answer. Well, that was kind of the point, though. He would, if he could, but the idea was I could ask one question to any figure, and they had to answer absolutely truthfully. So I figure I go back in time, I get Muhammad on tape admitting it's all bullshit. That'd probably be the funnest one, right? Ask Hitler what it do. And he has to answer truthfully. New video has emerged of the Prophet Muhammad admitting that the entire structure of Islam is, quote, a scheme to get women and power. More on this from our Islamic correspondent, Adnan Dudawi. Muhammad Gate, dude. Yeah, that'd be pretty fucking awesome. What do I think about H3? H3, I really, and this is not a slight against him, I don't know much about them. I haven't really watched a whole lot of his videos, or their videos. I guess I know enough about them to kind of recognize them, but they just kind of operate in a circle that I don't really operate in, I guess. Once again, I'm sure they're pretty funny. I'm not trying to denigrate them. I just haven't watched them, as I'm sure they haven't watched my shit, so. Hello, hello, hello. Snorting THC, yeah. Dynor can't have a hit. he doesn't get to have a hit because he's a Dynor, and Dynors aren't allowed to have hits. Get down and sit. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Dogs can't suck, so it would be pointless. I guess so, huh? Do you really think anorgasmia is worse than not being able to get an erection? Yeah, dude, because at least you don't get started like with the inability to get an erection. Like, at least you know you're not gonna, like with anorgasmia, like you can't, like you can get worked up and you can get like all the responses are normal. You just can't come. Like, it's almost worse. It's like getting instead of being told, no, you can't go to the ice cream store, it's like being taken to the ice cream store, given a cone, and then having it snatched back from you and dumped back in the bucket before you can take a lick. Now, which one of those is worse to you? Have you ever been cruel to an animal? When I was very young, I told that story about the little frogs that me and my friend buried for no fucking discernible reason. So I guess that would probably rate, but not certainly not as an adult or even a teenager. Do attractive people generally not have great personalities? I don't even know where that like idea would come from. I don't even know how to answer it. Like, where would somebody get the idea that attractive people generally don't have great personalities? Where would they get that idea? I don't know. I've met a lot of really attractive people in my life. Some of them have great personalities and some of them have shit personalities. I met a lot of really ugly fucking people in my life, and some of them have great personalities and some of them have shit personalities. It's just kind of a human trait. Well, attractiveness is ultimately subjective, but I'm sure we could all agree on a bar of modern attractiveness. And the people that look like that are probably just like anybody else. Do you believe your audience consists of pseudo-intellectuals? I mean, I wouldn't even know how to point my finger at somebody and call them a pseudo-intellectual. I wouldn't even do it. I don't even really like it as an insult. Like, we can talk. We can use vocabulary that we're comfortable with, and some people kind of overstep their bounds. I try not to. If I don't know anything about a subject, I try and say like, I don't know. I can't really police what other people say and do. There's definitely too many teens thinking they know shit in the DP audience. Well, I mean, what the fuck ever, dude. Teenagers all think they know shit. That's kind of the point. Like, teenagers are like, that phase in your life is the hubris phase. It's the indestructible phase. It's the phase where everything you know is right and you're cloaked in moral certitude all the time because you just know. You know better than the adults because you have it all figured out. And you know better than your peers because they're all fucking retards. Like, that's kind of the teenage brain at work. And to denigrate younger people because they're that way, I think, is to just kind of discount youth and its uses and value. Focusing on more shallow things due to lack. Get out. You're not going to sit here and wimp all night. Go on about your business. Just because I gave you some chicken does not mean you're going to sit here and beg all night. No. I'm going to go get the naughty jar, dude. You're on my list now. See? Look. Here. Gonna go about your business now? Go on. Sometimes you gotta lay down the fucking hammer, dude. You better go on about your business. I got the naughty jar right here. You guys ever consider starting a cannabis garden? I don't know. I don't really have the space to do it, and neither really, as far as I understand, do the other guys. So I'm not too entirely interested in growing my own. I just like to leave that to the professionals. And the naughty jar is how we trained Dianora when he was a puppy to stop doing annoying puppy things. It's just a jar with some coins in it, and it makes a loud noise. And when he was a puppy, when he would do something wrong, instead of yelling at him, we would just sneak up on him while he was doing it and shake this jar at him and let him see it. And now this is like he who shall not be named to Dinor. Like, he's really nervous that I'm holding it, so I'm going to put it down. It's kind of mean to hold it, but it's like a totem that he just knows he's being naughty, and he knows he needs to go on about his business when I grab it. And it's his kryptonite, dude. There's this jar, and then there's one word, and that word is quiet. It's a Q word, the Q word. I won't say it again. Q-U-I-E-T. Quiet. If you say that loud enough, that's like, he looks at you like, what have I done? And he'll slink away. It's just the word. You're a trainer? Cool. Yeah. I actually had, I learned this trick with my dogs back in California that I had to leave behind in the divorce. They were puppies and they fought all the time, and we trained them in kind of the same way, but with a squirt bottle, and we called it, the naughty bottle or whatever. And it got to the point where we didn't even have to fucking squirt them with it. We would just touch it. Or I'd go, hey, and they'd look at me, and I'd like move my hand towards it, and they would both go opposite directions. So yeah, it really is a good training device, and it works with him. Like, he was, I gave him a couple of little treats because he was being good, and he thought he was going to sit over here and just beg all night for more treats, and now he's laying on the thing, and he's doing his own thing. And it works. So he's still pretty young. He's still only a year old, so he's learning. He's still learning. He's still in that like kind of adolescent phase where he's testing the waters and shit. Can you get Howard Bloom on DP again? I would love to have Howard Bloom on DP, but I don't know, man. I don't book the show, and he's kind of TJ's friend, so I assume if he wanted to be on the show, TJ would facilitate it. This dude is streaming all night tonight. I don't know about that, but just kind of hanging out, man. Is there a subject that everyone who you consider a friend or a possible friend has to agree on? No. I mean, maybe like I don't think I could genuinely be close friends with a person who is racially bigoted outwardly to the point where it was like a problem, where they genuinely like sought out people of other ethnicities and berated them in public and shit. I'm sure that would be a line. Some kind of like really disgusting, like obvious overt misogyny, like some dude that every time he went out he was like, hey, sugar tits, to every chick that he saw. I'm sure some kind of like horrible, but that's not really a disagreement, that's a behavior. Like I really don't have like a litmus test for friends. I don't expect friends to agree with me on anything, really. I expect friends to have their own ideas. Cool, man. Well, I'm glad you like the show, bro. Would you ever eat human flesh just to try it? No, I'm not really interested. I'm not one of those guys that's like curious about it. So even if I got the opportunity to eat it in a way that it wasn't like somebody was killed for this meat, I wouldn't probably, because it's just not something that appeals to me. How do you think we will overcome religion? I don't know that we will. So I don't know the answer to that. I mean, certainly it's going to have to be a long time, and society is going to have to constantly crank out things that are better than what religion gives. But religion is a tough one to surmount. I'm sure it'll happen over time, but the problem with human beings is that in the vacuum created by the absence of an old religion, a new one often springs up. So that tends to be how human history has gone. You ever consider stand-up? No, man. I mean, I might do some here in Bellevue. Down the road a piece once things settle down and we're, more codified with how the show is running and we got all the kinks worked out. I hope to spend some of my free time doing open mic night. There's a comedy club actually right here in Bellevue, where they have an open mic night. A lot of big comedians tour through here, and it would be cool to kind of make connections with local comedians in the Seattle area, and maybe find funny people to come on the show as guests. You think you'd write something like that or go off the top? If I was doing some kind of like short open mic night sketch, I would probably just tell one of my stories, man. No need to do any writing there. That's all here. And that's all kind of improvisational and performance based on memory and practice telling the story. So I have a lot of stories that I could get through a lot of open mic nights with, and I think would do pretty decent in front of a crowd of people. Carjacking story is not necessarily a comedy, but the other ones, yeah, I could sell some of the stories of mine pretty well. How'd you learn to become such a good storyteller? Like anybody, like any other thing, like it's practice, repetition. If I had to pick one thing that I've spent more time doing in my life than any other thing, it would be storytelling, probably. Outside of normal biological functions. I really just came from a family that was really good at it, and I wanted to be good at it, even though I didn't really know what I was doing. I was learning how to do it as a kid, and I just kept honing that and revising that, and I'm still doing it to this day, man. I'm still trying to learn how to do better, how to convey the the spirit of a memory well enough through spoken word to get other people laughing with me, What are your views on paganism? I personally follow it, and it's not a book you follow. It's more of a way of life. Converting people is frowned upon. Even some atheists are pagan. Yeah, look, I really don't look down on people of any religion, and that's something that you go, what? But I don't. Really, where I draw the line with religion is whether or not it intrudes upon my life and the lives of others. Paganism is not out there trying to fucking change the way things are done in society. They don't expect pagan representation on, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, dude. What people have to do and what people tell themselves about reality to kind of get through the day, in the end, to me, I don't want to step in between them and that. That's not really what being an atheist is about for me. I'm not like you say that pagans don't try and convert people. I'm not really in the deconversion business, at least not anymore. Maybe back in the day I was really thinking like, wow, man, I sure do hope somebody sees me and wakes up, man, and gets woke from this stupid oppressive religious thinking, man. But that's a long gone Paul that doesn't exist anymore. I don't really care what people believe anymore, and that's the kind of the sad truth. But I just want people to be sensible with that belief. That's when I start. When I start to care is when it intrudes into my life or the lives of others who clearly don't want it. But anyway, that was a long tangent to answer your question. But yeah, no, I don't have a problem with paganism. I don't have a problem with you being a pagan or anybody being a pagan. As someone with problems with social interaction, is there any advice you can share? I mean, look, once again, practice makes perfect and everything. You have to try, dude. You have to go out and try and feel like you fail a bunch of times to get better at something. So I would say that probably applies to social interaction as well. Now, if there's some kind of underlying mental block behind the social problem beyond just, lack of exposure to social situations, then you might have to go get help. And I would recommend that you do that. Being antisocial is not fun. At least not for most people. I'm not saying you got to have a billion friends. See, there is a myth that people have to have a ton of friends. And really, you only need one or two close friends and confidants in your life. Most people only really have that when they boil it down. So don't go looking for like being a dude that has a million fucking friends. Go out and meet people and find a couple friends. Find a couple people that you like, that you can talk to and hang with. You know what I mean? And don't put so much fucking weight on it. Yeah, don't think of yourself as a possible idiot. Own the fact that you're an intelligent person with a lot to offer as a friend. And go out there, not trying to sell yourself, just go find somewhere you can be you. Go find a social interaction that's comfortable with some kind of structure to it. You know? As a sentient being, you are actually only the product of your experiences and collected memories. If you lose all your memories, are you sequentially dead and resurrected as a completely different person? I don't know that I buy that you're 100% a product of your experience and environment. I don't know that science has borne that out. Certain personality traits have been shown to have genetic links, which means that people are born with a proclivity towards certain personality traits, which means that they can't all be the product of experiential learning. So I really don't buy the premise, to be honest. I think you'd have to demonstrate to me that people are 100% the product of their upbringing and memory, and that there's no hard-coded personality traits. Friends. What are friends? Friends are just enemies with secret identities, disguises to hide their true colors. And just when you think you're close enough to be brothers, they turn around and cut your throat when you ain't looking. Life. What is life? I'm tired of life. I'm tired of backstabbing ass snakes with friendly grins. I'm tired of committing so many sins. I'm tired of always giving in when this bottle of Henny wins. I'm tired of never having any ends. Tired of having skinny friends hooked on crack and mini thins. Tired of that DJ playing your shit when he spins. Tired of not having a deal. Tired of having to deal with the bullshit without grabbing the steel. Tired of always drowning in my sorrow. Tired of having to borrow $1 in gas to start my Monte Carlo. I love that song, man. That's a great song. Edgelord, yeah, dude. That was totally edgy, man. That song is called Rock Bottom, and it's from Eminem's first release. Act as if you could... No, that's not Rock Bottom. That's If I Had $1 Million or whatever. Yeah, If I Had $1 Million, that's the name of that song. If I had, yeah. If I had $1 million, I would buy a brewery and turn the planet into alcoholics. If I had a magic wand, I would make the world suck my dick without a condom on while I'm on the john. If I had $1 million, I still wouldn't give a fuck, 'cause I'd still be out there robbing armored trucks. If I had one wish, I would ask for a big enough ass for the whole world to kiss. I love Eminem, man. Best living rapper, probably in the top 5 best rappers ever to live, maybe the best rapper to ever live. And if you want proof of that, go find me a current rapper talking shit about Eminem. I'll wait. in regards to your dream, is you getting kicked off of DP a genuine fear that I have? Oh, sure, dude, I'll cop to that. Any guy that has a good job is worried about losing it. I certainly was way more worried, and I think I had justified in being worried last year than I am this year. Because, I knew, even though it wasn't really kind of sold to me as such, that implicitly last year was going to be a referendum on how I worked on the show. And I tried really hard. I did my best. Being a remote guest is a very hard thing for a guy that's trying to be on the show every show. But I did my best with what I could, and at the end of the day, all of the guys supported me being moved out here and hired full-time and being part of the show. So certainly that worry was a lot stronger the first year I was on the show than it is this year. But yeah, dude, I still worry about it. I would hate for it to come down to me being on the show is hurting the show, and we gotta let you go because we can't do it. I don't see that happening, but to tell you that I'm not worried about it would be a lie. But I try and translate that worry into just constantly trying to improve what I do on the show and find new ways to add to the show. And I think that's a better expenditure of my energy than sitting around and worrying about shit. But that's something I had to spend a long time learning. So I don't expect it to be that easy for people. It's a hard one lesson in my life, man. Time spent worrying about shit that you can't change is time wasted. Just repeat that to yourself when you're fucking sitting around worrying. Time spent worrying about shit that you can't change is time wasted. When you feel depressed, what actions do you take to feel better? I try to force myself out of the things that I know are destructive. For me, I have a tendency to kind of cocoon myself off and stop being social. So I force myself, oftentimes crowbar myself into being sociable with people in order to kind of mitigate the damage of a depressive cycle. I'm actually right at the beginning of one now, stress-induced, and I've been streaming a lot because it's a good distraction. I've been working a lot because it's required, and been really trying to force myself to be sociable, keep myself talking to people. The less time I spend stuck in my own brain right now, the better. So the difference between time wasted and time invested, exactly. Do you have a contract with the guys, or do you say you're employed because it's how you make your living? Yes, I have a contract. The Drunken Peasant's a business, and so that's the way it works. When does the Young Turks episode come out? As soon as we can possibly get it out. I was actually working on that a good chunk of today, and hit a roadblock that I'm not sure how to fix. And so Ben is going to come and help me take a look at it. And Scotty will be available to help me take a look at it. I was hoping to have it done today and ready to be put out, but it's just some shit came up and it's outside of my wheelhouse to fix it. But yeah, I'm working on it. Sam Harris and Jimmy Dore? No. Is it still balls deep? No, it's not. It's not balls deep. It's now dance party time. Sorry. I know everybody hates this time of the night, but anyway, let's get rid of it. I'm not eating chicken anymore, no. I only ate a few pieces of the chicken. I'd say I had about an ounce of chicken breast tonight. a little bit of mustard to dip it in. So I've been really kind of watching my portions and stuff, and eat a whole bucket of chicken next stream. Okay. Taking walks, yeah, man. I've been walking a lot. I've been, I'm gearing up to start working out with Ben soon when we get the chance, and been eating better. I weighed myself today for the first time in a while. I don't like to weigh myself daily. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, man, you got to do that," but for me, it's just too nerve-wracking. So I kind of weigh myself every couple of months, and it had been a while since I weighed myself. Last time I weighed myself, I weighed 230 pounds, and that was down 15 or 20 pounds from where I was when I first came to Seattle and stayed with TJ a while back. And I weighed myself today, and I'm at 310, which means that I'm down, I don't know, close to 50 pounds overall, and pretty close to being under 300 and on my way down the slope. So doing pretty good. It's hard to do, man, but I find it pretty invigorating, and I'm hoping I can kind of maintain it this time. I feel better already. I have more energy now than I did back when I was in Texas, 40 or 50 pounds heavier. I'm more engaged. I need less sleep. I'm sleeping better when I do finally get to sleep. My back is still a goddamn mess, but that'll get better as I get closer to the exit from morbidly obese and into normal obese territory. I'm still morbidly obese, but only just. My ultimate goal is 6'1", 220. But yeah, certainly 6'1", 250 would be a good first kind of like major milestone goal. But every doctor that I've ever been to has told me 6'1", 220, 225, that's where you need to aim. And that's really the ultimate goal. If I ever got down that low, I would look like a totally different person to you guys. I've never been that low in my adult life, but I've been close. The closest I ever came was I weighed about 240 pounds, and this happened back in the summer of 2012 or 2013. And I got down to about 240 pounds, and I looked really good. I'm 6'1". Do you guys have cool neighbors? I don't know, man. They seem to be pretty cool. I haven't really met a whole lot of them, but the people that I have met have been really neat. There's a couple that have a dog that lives somewhere here, and they always ask about Dinor when they see me. "Where's your little boy?" I'm like, "Oh, he's back at home, sleeping, freeloading while I go to work." Yeah, they are Asians, yeah. Six feet, 370. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever been up that high, but I've been close, man. Seven two 600-pound orc. God damn, man. Are you a black orc, dude? No racism intended. That's a Warhammer reference, man. Are you a black orc, dude? I'm going to be living in a van soon. I might as well go where I can smoke weed. Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, yeah, that's true. If you're going to be living rough, you may as well be in a place where you can get weed. I have not been to Everett, Washington, but I know it's pretty close by where I'm at. It's pretty cool, too. That's my middle name. Paul Everett. Do you care about stretch marks or loose skin? No, not really. Look, I'm not trying to look like some kind of sex god, but I can tell you this. I'm going to have to build muscle as part of this. Part of this is to lose weight and be healthier, and part of this is to have better, stronger core muscles to support my back so that I'm not in constant agony. It's one of the only things that I can do, and it really is within my power to do it. I got to lose weight. and get to the point where I can do that kind of workout. But then I can start strengthening my core, chest, stomach, obliques, abs, thighs, glutes, and all that shit. I'm not really going to be focused once again on sculpting and getting buff or anything, but that will help with some of the loose skin and stuff. But look, I'm not trying to look like a swimsuit model. I'm just trying to live a few more years, yeah? I've never had a hemorrhoid, man. Sorry to leave you hanging, but I don't got a magical. I've dodged that bullet, so you gotta. I don't know, man. I know they make those Tux little medicated pads to put on your O-ring, dude. Maybe you should go get some of them's. They got these little fucking medicated things. I think these little discs that you put on your fucking chocolate starfish. You know, and it's supposed to soothe the savage beast back there. Popping it with a needle, that's so gross, dude. Don't do that, man. Don't pop a fucking roid, bro. How much is kayfabe? How much is kayfabe? Dinor, how much is kayfabe? Dinor, you answer. How much is kayfabe? How much is kayfabe? How much is kayfabe? You tell me? I don't know either. I don't know either, bud. Have you ever considered playing a sport to help, like casual play? Tennis is a possibility for me, but only after I lose some weight. I really, really love tennis. I played it in the past. It's really hard on my joints, though. My knees and hips and shit are pretty fucked up from carrying around a lot of extra weight for way too many years, so I gotta be really careful about what I do. Swimming is something that I would really like to get into. And once I lose some weight, I may look into a gym membership around here that includes kind of access to a pool so that I can go and swim laps and stuff. My back is fucked because I was born with scoliosis. It's a scoliosis of the upper back, and I've had it my whole life, and it throws off the balance of your whole back. And because of that weakness in my back, my lower back, there's a bulging disc in my lower back that eventually will rupture someday. Well, that's what I've been told. If I don't lose weight and start strengthening my core and kind of bring everything back in alignment with stronger muscles. The human back is a really weak structure. And genetically, I'm predisposed to it. My mom and dad both have horrible back problems. Both sides of my family suffer from it, so it's just part of what I have to deal with. Yeah, messes up my muscles, and messes up just how your whole trunk supports itself. And when you've got that, it's hard. It's very hard. You got to be careful when you work out. It's all right, man. Look, dude, I make do, and a lot of it is exacerbated by being fat, and that's something that's within my control. So I'm trying to, it's a little late in life to do it, but whatever. I guess better late than never, right? Glanderson Booper is the biggest DP meme, dude. Glanderson Booper scooping each other in the pooper. Will it blend my human hand? blaze with me? Got some Pineapple Express? Really? Well, shit, dog. That's what I'm smoking. Bada bing. Pineapple Express. It is the very best. What time is it where I'm at? I don't know, man. Why ask a guy that kind of question? Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things, sir, what time it is where I am? What time is it where you're at, sir? Lower back pain is because of shitting, eating, and it clogs your small arteries. Whatever, dude. That's not why my lower back pain exists. But none of your business. $2:15. You live 3 hours south of me. Cool, man. Cool. You're at work watching a guy get stoned on YouTube. Yeah, man. What a fucking life, huh? What a weird world we all live in, man. What it do, man? I don't know. What it don't. I'm in a pretty bad mood, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I had a rough day. I've had a rough few days in a row. It's just been frustrating. It's nothing horrible, but, you know, just frustrating shit. I'm in a pretty fucking shit mood. Nothing's really wrong. I mean, it's all just like stress related, like show related shit. Like my computer taking a shit, you know, just adds a layer of stress to my life that I don't need, especially considering it's brand fucking new. And then just problems with the copyright stuff with the show. The last 3 or 4 shows that we've done have all just drawn these stupid, obviously spurious bullshit content ID matches. And, you know, it just adds a whole layer of bullshit to the job. And it's just, I don't know, man. It's been one thing after the next, after the next, after the next at work, keeping things running. And then, you know, it just seems like outside of that, I'm just stymied at every turn. You ever feel like, you know, somebody's just fucking with you one week? Like I'm having a Truman Show week where I feel like I'm just being fucked with. You know what I mean? I feel like that, like maybe it's plausible that I'm in some kind of simulation and people are just watching my misfortunes. But ultimately, that's not the truth. Am I depressed lately? Oh yeah, dude. All those little tendrils of depression creeping their way back into the brain like old friends. Like, hey, self-doubt, needless self-criticism, ugly thoughts about yourself, desire to stay in bed all day. Why get up? What does it matter? Blah, blah, blah. Negativity. Yeah. Nah, man. Don't be sorry. There are people that are worse off than me, and, you know, like, to a certain extent, the things I struggle with kind of inform my personality, so I've made good with it to the best I can, and I kind of know how to fight it now, so it doesn't rule me the way it used to. So I'm doing okay. You know, the fact that I recognize what's happening when it starts to happen is a big step for me. I've also learned that there's not a lot I can do. Noting it and trying to counteract it to the best of my ability is really my only option, but there's going to be a cycle. I'm going to go through a couple of weeks of feeling like shit and really having to force myself into doing things, and then you know, one day the sun will come out and everything will be okay for a while. You think chilling with your people? Oh yeah, dude. My time that I get to spend with Ashley is really precious to me. She's an anchor for me, and she works a job now, you know, so she's gone a lot of the day, and I'm kind of, at least on show days, gearing up to go work while she's getting off of work, so we don't see each other as much as we used to, and that's put a strain on my mental well-being, because I've come to kind of rely on her compass. But I have other friends. I spend a lot of time with the guys, and they're pretty good at keeping me grounded. Is Beyond Fear a beautiful woman? Yeah, she is. It may be my own chemistry, but Sativa seems to give me better grasp on empathy, and Indica gives me a detached sympathy, sans empiric. Yeah. I mean, there's a clear difference between the two. The highs are very different. But I smoke a lot of hybrid, so I tend to like a little dose of both. What I smoke all day is a 60-40 hybrid, typically, in that zone. Sativa to indica. So I like a little bit of both. Yeah, I watched TJ on Rogan. I watched it in chunks yesterday while I worked on other stuff, and I got through it right before I went to sleep. I thought he did really well, man. I don't mean to wash the guy's balls, but I think that this appearance on Rogan was really good. I think he felt like TJ, you know what I mean? Whereas in the other Rogan, I think he did really well the first time he was on Rogan, but this time he felt more relaxed and more like I would expect TJ to be. PC's not broken. There's just something wrong with it that I don't have the time or inclination to continue fucking with. It's just another fucking pile of bullshit in my life that I've got to deal with that shouldn't be there. You're ignoring a larger social context in which these experiments take place. People are taught to accept authority. The experiment reflect. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. Either I'm too stoned to remember how that relates to anything I fucking talked about, or you're too stoned to remember that you didn't establish your premise. You remind me of my friend who chants he will go into this depressed mood for a month or so. Yeah, man. I mean, look, one of the best things you can do for Chance in a time like that is to not leave him alone, to kind of force him to step outside of it. I know it's hard and he'll probably be resistant to it, but, if you want to try and help him out when he gets like that, go visit him, go force him to do shit, bring him food, tell him you're coming over and you don't want to hear any bullshit. It'll help. Was my first kiss silly? No. It was a little taboo, though. My first kiss happened with a second cousin, and she was also a significant amount older than I was. She was 13, and I was 10 when it happened. So, Wincest, I guess so. Yeah, dude. Her name was Angie. She was my first major crush. And not related to me by blood at all. My aunt, my blood aunt, married a man who's not blood related to me, and his brother had a daughter, and that was Angie. So I don't even know if that's a second cousin. That's like a third cousin or some shit. But whatever, we were raised as cousins, so it did turn and it went places. And I had a huge crush on her. She was way older than me. She was cute and tomboyish, and she was my first kiss. That happened in my aunt's backyard, kind of around the back of her tool shed. And she just kind of grabbed me and kissed me. And then I grabbed her and I kissed her, and we kind of stayed back there and made out for a little while. And then she had to go home, and she went on home, and nothing happened for a while. And I was really confused and sad about that, because she just kind of acted like nothing had ever happened. And then we all my parents were going out of town, and when they went out of town, they would often leave me with my aunt. And my aunt had planned to take us all to Disneyland. And when I say us all, I mean me, my little sister, my cousin, my aunt's daughter, who was younger than us, and Angie. And so Angie and I ended up riding. Now, nothing happened all the way through Disneyland, right? Nothing happened, and I was pretty down in the mouth about it. And then we were on the way back from Disneyland, and the shit hit the fan, dog. We were in the back seat together. She was sitting right next to me in the middle. I was all the way on the left in the back. She was in the middle. We had pillows and blankets. Pillows got thrown over the lap. Blankets got thrown over. And, you know, I don't know what else I can say, dude. I don't know what else I can say. And then after that, nothing ever happened between us ever again. It was like this big bubble burst between us. When that happened, like all that sexual tension had dissipated, and we both kind of like, it was weird. I didn't really want to do it again, and neither did she. I moved on pretty quickly to some other chick that I was obsessed with, and she went on about her business, and that was it. It was kind of a strange thing. Have I talked to her? Yeah, dude. Yeah. This is the weirdest shit. So I've told you guys I used to work for Starbucks, right? So I was working for Starbucks in Fresno, and it had been years. I'd moved away to Arizona. I hadn't talked to Angie or thought about Angie really in years. And, you know, I was calling for some product or something. We were out of something. I was calling local stores. And I called this one store, and it's like, thank you for calling, you know, Starbucks on blah, 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 blah. This is Angela. Can I help you? And I was like, hi, Angela. This is Paul from store number blah, 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 blah. And she goes, Paul? She was, oh my goodness. Is this Paul Parkey? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, it's Angie. And I was like, nothing happens, but it was weird. She worked at a Starbucks and I didn't know it. Just the one across town. Was she hot? I don't know. Like, not really. I'll be honest with you. As an adult, I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole because I'm not either, but she wasn't like, I don't know. Didn't do it for me as an adult, I guess. I'm sure the feeling was mutual. When I showed up, she was probably like, whew, dodged a bullet on that one. Dude, Starbucks, there was this chick at Starbucks. I was married, so, oh my God. I don't even know if I should talk about this, dude, because this chick was insane. Have you ever seen, if I say the word to you, spinner, do you know what I'm talking about? I'll wait. Spinner. Some people are saying no, nope. Spinner. Yeah, no. Nobody knows this. Okay, so this is something that, okay. A spinner is like a small chick. Have you ever seen a chick that's just like compact, like 5 feet tall and just solid, like a spinner? See, the term spinner comes from like, you can put them on your dick and spin them. I guess. Yeah, dude, a spinner, dude. Spin to win. So, there was this, she was a little Mexican chick, and she was like 18. She got hired at the store I was working at. And at this time, I was a shift supervisor. And she and I, like, I tried to become friends with everybody. She's like adorable, like just cute and funny and just like, and tiny, like just, I don't know, dude. And she, like, oh my God, dude, developed like a crush on me and would do this crazy shit when we closed together that, like, I didn't intercede to stop, and I probably should have. Like, nothing ever really went down, but just like, man, dude, she was like, this is one of those things you look back on and go, man, I wish I wouldn't have been so faithful. I mean, I'm glad I was to an extent because it makes me not a fucking scumbag, but the strange opportunities that pass by in life. I don't know what a yandere is, but yeah, I guess she was. The child's about to play with your penis for the first time. What are you talking about, dude? Don't give, like, pedo tips in chat. I eventually had to, like, and she got really mad. It was almost like she felt that there was already, like, something going on that wasn't. One night, she, fuck me, dude. We're closing together. It's me and her in the store, and she's up on the counter where the customers, you know, pay, dusting a light fixture. And she goes, Paul, come here. And she goes, can you, like, boost me up a little bit so I can clean this top of this dust thing? And I was like, how do you propose I do that? And she's like, just like, grab me around the waist or whatever. Just get up here with me and put your... And I was like, why would I lift you up if I'm tall enough, if I'm getting up there already? And she's like, no, don't get up here. Just stand below and lift me a little bit. And so I start doing that, right? I lift her, which is like lifting nothing. And she dusts the top of this thing. And then she falls forward and wraps her legs around me. And, like, pulls me up against the fucking counter and sits down on it. And I'm like, this is the look I gave her. Because it wasn't anger. It was just like pure empty contemplation. Just like... man, that was hard stuff. Hentai fantasy shit. Sorry. This is not a fantasy. This is something that happened. Unfortunately, that night I was like, look, there's a camera right here. And she's like, what are you talking? We're just messing around. And I was like, no. Because I don't mess around like this with my friends. And she's like, well, whatever. She's like, and I was like, no, we can't. I'm married. This is not something I've hidden, right? You know, I've talked about my wife. And she was like, fine. And she just got off the fucking thing, cleaned up, and the rest of the time I worked with her was cold and calculated, dude. Every time I worked with her after that was totally professional and totally cold and... Oh boy. That is one thing that, like, I will tell you about weed is that it makes memory more emotionally accessible to me sometimes. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's the best I can describe it. I'm able to connect up with the way that I felt at times in the past better when I'm a little bit high. Well, of course it doesn't make sense to you, Jared Fogle. You're a fucking retard. I didn't say something like, the ball is red, so I don't expect you to fucking get it. I was talking to everybody else. I'm sorry. Did we, Are we... What were we talking about? Anyway, whatever, man. Strange happenings. Strange vibes tonight in the room. Jared is my memester. I know, that's why I keep him around. That's why I don't kick his fucking miserable ass out of here. I keep him around for my own personal fucking entertainment, dude. I keep him in my little menagerie of fucking retards that I can, like, roast when they peep. You know, they're in their little box and they go, cheep, cheep, cheep. And I go, shut the fuck up, stupid. And everybody goes, Jared's my main attraction, dude. He's the headline fucking member of my menagerie of fucking dorks, dude. Uncle Ben, I don't know why you just said fuck you, Jared, because you're in the same menagerie. You're just not the headline attraction. You're the sad attraction at the back of the zoo that barely anybody ever sees. Uncle Ben, you piece of fucking shit, dude. Talking to Jared Fogle like you know what's what. Stupid mouthy motherfucker. You're in the same fucking boat, dipshit. Pick up the oar and start rowing, dummy. Because your captain is fucking spoken, dude. Of course I understand your circumstance, dude. We've had this contract for a while, you and me, Uncle Ben. I've seen you around. It's an unspoken contract, but it's a, you know... You're on display, brother. Do I like edibles? Yeah. I do. I do like them. I really like taking massive edible doses. Man, there's something that happens, like, I'm able to stretch in a way that I can't, like, if I take a really, really heavy edible dose, I can stretch in a way that is just absolutely obscenely different from what I have access to normally. It really allows me to fucking get deep stretches, and maybe it's more that it allows me to focus long enough to push through some heavy stretches that hurt. But whatever, man. I really like heavy doses of edibles, but it's not something that you can do and expect to get a whole lot done during the day. You get pretty space cadet high on high dose edibles, and you stay that way for 6 to 8 hours. So. Joe Rogan was talking about that with TJ. Was he? Like edible highs? Oh, that's right. Yeah, Joe did talk about stretching. Yeah. The last time I had a massive dose of edibles, I ate 3 of the like double strength brownies that Ben made. The one that Scotty ate one of those, and it made him feel fucking weird. I ate 3 of those fucking things that night. And once they kicked in, oh, dude, I spent like 45 minutes in the floor of TJ's room. He has one of those foam rollers for your back. Just like rolling myself back on that and getting like deep ass stretches, rolling to the side. Like oh man, it was so nice. What's the weirdest conspiracy theory that you think has merit? I don't know if I think any of the weirder ones have merit. It would depend on which ones you think are weird too. Like, I think there is some merit to 9/11 conspiracy theories. Like, I don't really buy the, you know, planted detonating charges and bullshit. But I do think that there was a lot of lying and covering up that went on that day. Particularly the one that always draws me is like the, I can't remember what flight it was, but the one that was supposedly stormed by a heroic group of passengers, but really was shot out of the sky by a jet. I mean, that's a pretty fucking obvious thing. Yeah, little boy, can I help you with something? What you want? What you want? What you want? What you need? Tell me. Oh, that's what you want. Look what he gave me. He wants to play fetch. Buddy, I will take you out for a fetch, I promise. But give me 10 or 15 minutes, okay? You going about your business? If I give you this, you going about your business? He wants to play, yeah. I didn't get to take him out for his daily fucking fetch, so I guess I could take you guys out there and play fetch with him real quick. I don't see why not. It will require me to restart the stream, so I guess everybody will not restart, but you know what I mean. It'll go black for a minute. It'll look like I'm Gorn, but it'll just be reconnecting. So give me a sec. Let me get my shoes on, and then I'll take you guys out there. Want to play fetch? Want to play fetch? Yeah, you get your toy? He's so excited. He's like... Alright, come on. No. Dad's gotta find his shoes, man. Oh, they're under the desk. Here, get your toy. Come on, that's your fetch. Get your toy. Oh, man. Grab that. All right. Are you gonna make me grab the toy? You gonna make me grab the toy? Okay. I guess that's a yes. Let's go. Let's move it. Let's move it, bud. All right, here we go. All right. Okay. All right, we're back. Here we go. Ready, buddy? Go get it. Come on, bring it. Quick. Be quick, be quick. Hand it to me. Good boy. So you guys probably can't see him doing the fetch. I'm sorry, it's pretty late out here, but whatever. Come on, bring it, quick. It's pretty dark. I'll have to do this during the day one day. Ready? Ready? Go. Bring it back, quick. Good boy. Good boy. Flash on. Is there a way to do that? I don't think I can do that from here. Hey, wait. You dipshit, I didn't throw it. Come on. Come on, ready, go. Go. We got bad connection shit going on. Hopefully that'll even out a little bit. Here, let me try this. Where's your toy? Hand it to me. Hand it to me. Hand it to me. Good boy. Ready? Let's go. All right, bring it back. Yeah, dude. Dynor, bring back a Wi-Fi, dude. Dynor, bring back a Wi-Fi. Go get it. Bring back a Wi-Fi. All right. Good morning, guys. Ooh. Oh, man. This is always annoying. I threw it, and it's dark out here, and he didn't hear it hit the ground, so now he doesn't know where it is. He's like, where the fuck is it? Come here. Here. Look, I found it. See? Found it. Here. Ready? Ready? Here you go. Phew. Here, I wonder if this will work. Let's try this. Haunt. That doesn't help. Nope. Silver screen. I'm just trying to. Alright, I thought maybe I'd have some technology here. Where'd you do your toy, dude? Where's your toy? Oh, there it is. Bring it. Alright, ready? Go get it. Come on, bring it to me. Come on, bring it to me. Hand it. Hand it. Here we go. Ready? Go get it. Come on, bring it. Alright, I can't really throw it very far. Let me go back this way. Go back over here. Be quiet. Alright, here we go. Ready? 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 Go get it. Come on, bring it to me. Come on. Good boy. Ready? Ready? Go get it. Come on. Bring it to me. Hand it. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Okay. Ready? 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 Go get it. Come on. Hand it to me. Hand it to me. Good boy. Good boy. You ready? You ready? Come on. Hand it to me. Give it to me. Ready? 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 Go. Bring it. Hand it to me. Good boy. Ready? Go. All right, let's go. Hand it to me. Hand it to me. Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Come on. We played a fetch. We played a fetch. Come on. It's too fucking cold, man. Come on. Do me a solid, man. Come on. It's fucking cold. It's about to snow. I can tell. Let's go, bud. Inside. Come on. Alright, let's go. Get in there. Here's your toy. Alright, let's do this. Reconnect. And everything should be back. Alright. Yeah, where's that dumb bitch? There we go. Ryby Jenkins? Is that actually Ryby Jenkins, dude? Is that the real Ribeye Jenkins doing that stupid fucking shit? Here, no, she just copy-pasted this. I'm gonna block this dumb bitch. Get out of here, cunt. It's a fake ribeye. Huh. Fuck, dude. back pain is kicking, dude. Fuck me, man. Probably a good idea. I'll hit this. Fuck. Well, I'll ask you a question. If you're not Ryby Jenkins and you're in here trolling, pretending to be Ryby Jenkins, why shouldn't I just immediately ban you? If you can make a case for yourself, then I won't. But if you can't, and your next message to me will determine whether you can or you can't, then that'll be that, dude. I mean, clearly the people want you, Gorn. She was memeing. I mean, yeah, but fake Ryby, dude. What kind of memes is she adding, dude? It's a dude wanting to be hit on by other dudes, probably. Ban fake Ryby. Burn the witch. I think fake Ryby thought that fake Ryby was gonna get away with not answering me, but fake Ryby's so wrong. Fake Ryby doesn't understand that Paul's ego can just scroll back forever and ever and block him. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's the way it goes, isn't it? You're a dude that likes getting hit on by other dudes and you don't pretend to be a girl. Cool, man. Well, that's probably the best way to go about it. Catfishing never works out well. Love your stuff and was wanting to know how you like Seattle. It's one place you'd love to live at, I guess. Yeah, man, I love Seattle. The area is beautiful and it's pretty awesome. You're a man who likes your rice served between a man's warm buns. Well, I would never want to deny you what you want out of life, sir. Yeah, Dinor is, he likes to do this. He likes it when I talk. So I'll catch him doing this kind of stuff. He'll just sit there kind of quietly and listen to me. He likes to participate sometimes, I think. Can Dinor have a treat? Yeah, dude. I'll go give Dinor a treat. You want a treat, buddy? Want a treat? Want a treat? Okay. Let's get you a treat. Alright, dude. Dinor's favorite treats, guys. I'm telling you. The pepperoni, dude. The pepperoni. Hear him whimpering already? He's been a good boy. He's been a cute boy, so we're gonna give him some pepperoni. That's a pretty spicy smelling pepperoni. What do you think? Do you like this pepperoni? Can you ask me for this pepperoni? Okay, there you go. Am I keeping Ashley up? I hope not. I think if I was, she'd be out here telling me. Pepperoni, pepperoni. Hey, Paul. How would I go about finding a dealer? I really want to try weed. Do you know anybody where you live? Or do you live in a place where you literally know nobody? How long have you been dating? Man. I know we had our 1 year anniversary. Let me just do the math. Our 1 year anniversary was in December, early December. So December. So yeah, about 1 year and 3 months, something like that. Ribeye returns. Dude, another ribeye, dude. Does Dynor help with my depression? Yeah, man. I talk to this dog a lot, man. That's why he's so responsive to vocal, like, it's because from a little puppy, I would sit him down sometimes when Ashley wasn't around, and I would just talk with him. You know, sometimes it just helps to have another living thing there to be around you. And he, you know, that was one of the things that calmed him down when he was little. Like when you weren't directly playing with him and talking with him, he kind of needed to have that attention. You shouldn't have blocked that fake Ryby. Oh well, that's fine. That original one is the only one I had a problem with. The rest of these might be decent people, and I'll block them as needed, you know? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to ban people's IP addresses? That doesn't even really matter anymore. Dedicated trolls don't care about IP. IP bans are just a speed bump. Dogs are better than people, yeah. I tend to agree. Dynor's a pretty good little boy. He likes to listen. And he's pretty interested in what's going on with me, usually, you know? Yeah, Dynor's pretty awesome. Or should I say Alvarez? I'd love to bring Dynor. I don't know if bringing him to a meetup is something that's feasible. I guess if we had a meetup in one of these kind of venues, I could bring him. I don't know if he'd do well with a big group of people all vying for his attention, though. He might get a little overstimulated in that environment. Do I ever get my dog high? No. I don't really like people that do that to their animals. Dogs can't really understand what a fucking... I mean, I know some dogs they learn to like it. I've seen people smoke their dogs out and stuff, but I'm not willing to put him through that because some dogs freak out on it. They don't like the way it makes them feel, and it makes them nervous, and I don't want to put him through that. And he can't consent to it, so I can't explain to Dynor, like, hey man, this is gonna make you feel weird and you may or may not like it. And he can't be like, well, I don't know, Dad. What are you whimpering about, man? Care to show me what's up? Show me. Show me. Oh, are you looking in here? Do you want something in here? Let's see. See what we got in here. You want your phone? Phone. Here, let's go show the people. Because this came to you as a present, so you have to say thank you to the people before you get it. This came to you as a present, so you have to say thank you. So get up here. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Get up in your spot. Nope, you can't have it. You get up here. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. Okay, you come here. See, look. some very nice person sent all of our dogs this in the mail. And Dinor had one of these already, and he chewed his way through it, and we threw it away because it was just like chunks. But he wants another one, and he has to say thank you. Get back up here. Get back up here. Say thank you. Say thank you. Say thank you. You better thank the person that bought you this bone. You better say thank you. You say thank you. There you go. That's a good boy. You want it? Take it. Go chew. Yeah, he's a pretty cute little boy. He was running in and out of the kitchen, and the reason was that I opened up the toy drawer. Don't say it. To get his pepperonis. I opened up you know what I'm talking about, the TOYDRAWER. Yeah? Yeah. That right there, Morgan has it. I opened up that, and I left it open when I got the pepperonis, and he was like, Ever had any weird pets or exotic pets? I had an iguana when I was growing up who ended up being over 7 feet long from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. And he had the least original name for an iguana that an iguana ever had. His name was Iggy. And I begged my parents for an iguana when I was a kid, and they got me one. People say bullshit. I have pictures of myself with him at my mom's house. I'll scan them in. I have pictures of myself when we first got Iggy. He was so small that he would hold on to my thumb. I'll tell you what happened to him. He's fine. He would hold on to my thumb. Well, he might be dead now, but he lived a decent life. He would hold on to my thumb, and he was barely able to reach all the way around my thumb. And most iguanas never grow past adolescence because people aren't willing to do what's necessary for them to live. And so they usually get some kind of wasting disease and die. And people go, oh, damn, man, that iguana never did get as big as them. But when that started to happen to Iggy, because we were ignorant when we bought him, we had him in a terrarium that was fine for a little lizard. But when he started to get into an adolescent, it was too small for him. And when that started to happen, his back legs calcified, which means that he was losing use of his joints and his back legs. So we took him to the vet, and the vet gave him a bunch of shots and said, you have to start taking care of this lizard right or it's going to die. And he told us what we needed to do, and we did it. We built a gigantic enclosure for him in my mom's back room. It was huge. It was like a giant terrarium, and it had all the heaters and humidifiers and different UV lamps that they require. And we put him in that, and he fucking flourished. He went crazy. And he got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And he was basically a bull. Is that really fucking... Dude, is that really Mosif Jartelli, dude? Hold on. Can somebody click on this fucking idiot here and tell me if it's Mosif Jartelli? Because I want to know if this fucking idiot is stupid enough to comment in my fucking stream. But I can't click on it. It's a fake. Okay. Let me just block the fucking retard then. Don't come in here faking Martelli bullshit with me. I don't take that shit lightly. Anyway. So he flourished. He went nuts. We fed him this really diverse diet. We had mealworms, crickets, mangoes, 3 different kinds of lettuce, corn, and different kinds of stuff was mixed in for him to eat. And he had this really, really strange diet that he got bigger and bigger and bigger. And he was like a bull iguana. And we learned a bunch of things about iguanas. His favorite food in the world was mealworms. He would go fucking insane for a mealworm. Like, you'd get the pack of, live mealworms. Oh, dude. Like, it was almost like he had a sixth sense for the fucking things. He loved any kind of bug, though. Crickets, any kind of bug, but mealworms were his shit, dude. We bought him roaches once, but it was too gross. He loved them, though. But would he eat weed? Yeah, he probably would eat weed. But we learned a lot of things about them. One of the things is that they're sensitive to the pheromones that human women let off when they're on their period. That sounds fucking insane. But if you look it up, it's actually true. Male iguanas can be aggressive towards women during their menstrual cycle. They can smell it or they can sense it happening. And so during my sister's and my mom's periods, I would have to take care of him exclusively because he would get violent towards them. Like, he would come after them. He was pretty fucking crazy. But anyway, it ended up being kind of like he was pretty aggressive. You can't really tell with a cold-blooded animal whether you're going to get one that's docile. Because I've seen these big lizards that people kind of carry around with them. Iggy was not that. Iggy was his own fucking thing. He was a big lizard. He did not like being handled. He did not like people doing anything to him. I was the only one that he allowed to handle him because I was the one that had raised him, and I guess he had imprinted on me something in his lizard fucking brain was like, the fat one is all right, but the rest of these, we do not trust them. He is the cricket bringer. He is the bringer of mealworms. He is the bringer of diverse fruits and vegetables. He is the light bringer and the life giver. You know, whatever. I don't know what he was thinking in his weird lizard brain, but he trusted me. You know what I mean? Like, to some extent. Yes. So one day, and this is how freaky it is. So if you've never been around a big iguana, they can do a lot of damage to a person. Let's put it that way. They're powerful. They have very sharp teeth lining the top and bottom of their mouths that are meant for tearing. They're predatory animals. They're meant for catching and tearing hunks of flesh. So iguanas will, if they bite you, especially an iguana that big, it will tear you open. You'll need stitches. And so he was cool with me. And he lived, like I said, he had that terrarium in my mom's back room. Also in my mom's back room was my little TV and my PlayStation. And I would sit back there on the little couch back in that room, and I'd play PlayStation, and sometimes I would let Iggy out of his cage. He wouldn't wander far from it because he wanted the warmth from his heat lamps and stuff, but he'd like to explore that room, and I'd let him out while I was in there playing PlayStation. And I shit you not, I played all the way through Final Fantasy VII on PS1. With a lot of it with Iggy sitting right on my shoulder, because to get the heat away from the heat lamp, he would just come and lay on my shoulder, and his head would be right here, and his body would be kind of draped over the back of me and over the back of the couch, and he would just kind of lay there, and I'd play. And it was kind of a normal fucking thing. One day, I was feeding Iggy. I was sitting cross-legged on the floor, feeding Iggy little pieces of lettuce and shit. He's not like, trust me, it was not rooted in any love. He was literally just using me for body warmth. And he would just kind of perch himself up on me in different places, like on different shoulders and across my back. Sometimes he would lay across my shoulders, like, and just kind of lay there with one side of him on the, he was never interested in me or what I was doing. So one day I was sitting Indian style, cross-legged on the ground, feeding him pieces of lettuce. And I had a piece of lettuce and I put it on the ground, and he looked at it, and then he looked at my foot, and he went past the lettuce and took a chunk out of the heel of my foot, bit the heel of my foot, and took a chunk of meat out of it, just for no fucking discernible reason. The lettuce was in front of him. He looked at it, and I thought he was going for that, and he went right for my foot and pulled a hunk out of my foot and fucked me up. Like, I had to go get stitches. I had to go get it was crazy, dude. Like, he didn't pull the meat completely out, but it was this big round wound that they had to fucking sew together. And that day I realized that it was dangerous to have him, and my parents obviously realized it was dangerous for him to be around my little sisters and any kids that would be around. So we actually were able to get a hold of a sanctuary that was connected with the Fresno Zoo that was willing to take him, and they took him, and he was used not as a display animal, but he was taken to an iguana sanctuary in the Central Valley that is in part subsidized by the Fresno Zoo, and he was better off there. Trust me, he was not a pet, so. I'm pretty sure he's probably not alive still. They don't live very long in captivity. Cat or a dog person? I'm a dog person. I don't like cats all that much. Your friend had a parrot and you watched him take a picture of his parrot eating a leg of chicken. Yeah, dude, parrots are fucking. My Aunt Barbara had an African gray when I was growing up. Interestingly enough, because I just told you about Iggy, the African gray's name was Ziggy, and Ziggy would cuss. Ziggy was a talking bird, and he would pick up on what he wanted, though. Like, you could teach him things, I guess, if you repeated yourself enough. But he would pick up on certain things from conversations and just repeat them for days and days and days and days and days. Like, shut the fuck up was one that he got stuck on for a long time, and it really drove my Aunt Barbara nuts because he would say it all the time. Somebody, like in a party or something where Ziggy was within earshot, they were having a party, and so it was probably joking. Somebody probably said, "Shut the fuck up," and fucking Ziggy would sit back there going, "Shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up." And my Aunt Barbara would be like, "Shut the fuck up," and he'd be like, "Shut the fuck up." Yeah, African Greys are pretty cool, man. But they kind of decide what they want to learn. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. The Pac-Man, yeah, dude, he could make noises too. Like, he would make like the noise of the door opening. Like, they figured that's what he'd make these clicks, like, and they figured out that it was like the door opening. So they're really strange birds, man. Pretty cool though. They're very smart, man. It's very weird to hang around a parrot that's domesticated, you know, that knows how to talk and stuff, because they look at you like they kind of know what you're doing. Unlike a lot of other animals, you get a sense from them that, like, you know what, dude, I'm not quite as smart as you, but I'm almost as smart, and I kind of get it, and I don't fucking know what to do with it. I made seagulls eat chicken before. You monster. You monster. I couldn't have a parrot. I need to have a place I can record quietly. I can't have a parrot going in the middle of everything. So parrots are right out for me. I gotta have something that'll keep its fucking mouth shut. I love chihuahuas. Oh my god, dude. This dude that keeps asking if I love him, I just want him to go away, dude. I don't want to block him, but I just want him to go away. I hope he doesn't ask again, because it's a stupid fucking question, and I keep reading it over and over again. But I hope he fucking just goes away, dude. Oh shit, was that all out loud? Did I say that out loud? Fuck. Do I hate you? No, I pity you, Jared. That's a difference. There's a difference between pity and hatred, man. I pity you. That's why I keep you in my menagerie. You understand? Yeah, dude, you remember that one, dude?
You could take a fucking. If you could take a poodle and fuck it in the ass and then leave it on fucking Steve Shire's lawn and then he got blamed for fucking the poodle, man, would you even feel guilty, bro?
Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? What are these questions, man? Would you like to see another horror movie using the physical effects like The Thing? Oh yeah, dude. Look, dude, physical effects are the way to go. Like, still, like, I'm sorry, CGI. I guess we can use it to enhance things, but it ain't there yet, guys. It's not as good. Go watch Aliens and tell me that CGI can make a better queen alien than the practical one that they built. And I'll call you a fucking liar. And I'll slap you in your dumb fucking face. How's that? How's that? Yeah, me and Scotty are going to go to the midnight release of it. I don't know if it's going to be good, but I'm a real fan of the franchise, and I've seen every one of them, so, you know, it looks pretty promising. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't look bad. I like the new Xenomorph design that I've seen. It's pretty cool. So, we'll see. But yeah, we're going to go chill and do the midnight release thing. It's not a remake. It's a new one. It's a new movie. I'm not exactly sure what the timeline is. I think it's back in time. But pretty stoked. I'll be right back. I need to get some water. Alright, bro. Whatever you want to do, man. Let's go see what the city's doing right now. I need to go open the window. Take a look at what's going on outside tonight. I like looking at the city at this time of night. It's a lot of fun. Let me move this out of my way. Get over there, old computer. Old computer that works better than my new one that I should probably just plug in and start using again. Cool. It's really got like the cold a cold set in tonight, that if there were clouds, it would be snowing. I can kind of feel that real, like, sharp, cold chill set in tonight. But you can see the moon out up there, so no clouds means no snow. It's really quiet. No stars, just the moon. It's kind of hazed over a little bit, so there are probably some high clouds, but nothing big enough to dump snow. So I don't know, maybe I'll look at the weather and see, and sit down here and do that. Let's see. We're gonna get one more snow before spring finally fucking gets here. I doubt it. Well, rain. No snow though, huh? Telling you, man. If this rain was coming right now, it would be snow. But no precipitation, yo. Where's Jared at? I don't know. Maybe he wised up and decided to go do something with his fucking life. How the fuck am I supposed to know, dude? Except I'm bisexual. Dude, I've actually taken a test that proves that I'm not, dude. Come on. No, I took the Kinsey. I'm a 2. I'm more than incidentally homosexual, but not bisexual. Bisexual would be a 3. So get fucked. Come on, man. Don't be a clogged piece of shit. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay. How's everybody doing? Why are there so many more people here now? Like, why is it the longer I do this, the more people show up? Shouldn't it be the inverse of that? Shouldn't it be like, the longer I do this, the more people kind of trickle away? Where did I take the Kinsey? I took it as part of my psychoanalysis profile that I did with one of the many counselors that I've seen across my long mental health career. I wouldn't say career. I guess it's not been my job. My long mental health struggle. Smoking stanky ass shit. Yeah, I guess so, man. What's my IQ? I have no idea. I don't know that I've ever taken an IQ test. Not a genuine one, at least. Which guest would you fuck on DP? Which guest would I fuck on DP? Or which guest from DP would I fuck? You're gonna have to clarify. You're gonna have to clarify, because that might be 2 different answers. Language barrier is hot. You think so? Okay. I don't know if I'd want, like, the full language barrier between me and a sexual partner. Mercedes, Mistress Jen, Sex Master, huh? Scotty Cena. Rest in peace. Well, that goes without saying. I mean, I didn't answer Beyond Fear because that one I thought would be too. I thought people would be like, oh, well, of course. But outside of that, he wants Jacqueline. I mean, like, nothing against Jacqueline Glenn, but I'm not. She's not really my type, and I'm sure the feeling is mutual. Not really my thing. Don't tell anyone, but psilocybin raises your mental age numerator and modulates your chronological age denominator. Okay, dude, I'll keep that one under my hat. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Pawns and shit, dude. We can move forward or back, no attacking. Whatever, man. Look, dude, you go be a pawn if you want, man. You call it all. You think you got all figured out with that pawn shit, dude? You're the pawn, man. You're a pawn to your own twisted, overcomplicated ideology. And you need to free yourself from that shit. You just took the Kinsey scale test and you got a 0. Well, you didn't take the Kinsey test if you just took it. It took me 3 hours to take the Kinsey. If you went online and were like, Kinsey test, and went to like, kinseytestonline.edu. No, I guess edu would probably lend an air of credibility. .biz. And you took a fucking 15 question quiz, you didn't take the Kinsey. It's not online. Well, as far as I know, it's not online. It may be in some form or another, but it's a long test. And if memory serves me, it has an interview component too, like a live interview component. So I don't even know if you can take the Kinsey alone. What do you think of Milo not wanting to be on the show if you were there? I don't know. At the time, I really felt bad because I thought I had done something wrong for the show, Because when TJ told me about it, I was like, my brain chewed through it in that kind of nasty way that it does. And I was like, man, dude, he doesn't want to come back because he thought I was stupid and a waste of his time or whatever. Maybe that is what he thought. I don't know. But I thought, man, like when TJ told me that, like, wow, dude, I put them over a barrel in a weird way. And I should so I did. I told TJ, like, look, dude, tell him, go ahead and book him and tell him I won't be there. I'll just sit that one out and we'll make up a thing. I'll say, I was sick or I had to travel or some shit. And TJ was like, I don't think that's going to be necessary, but I'll call you back. And he called me back later that day and he was like, yeah, we told Milo basically to go fuck himself. He doesn't get to decide who's on our show and he's welcome to come on, but the cast is the cast and he can deal with it. And we haven't heard back and we don't really expect to. And I was like, oh, cool. Thanks, guys. So that was kind of a cool thing. But I didn't really think much of it beyond that. ideology. That's up to Waylon. I'll probably ask him if he wants to be on one with me when he gets the chance to visit. Paul, if you want to lose weight. No, let me read this correctly. Paul, if you want to lose weight, get off your fat ass and move around a little. As much as I don't want to block the dude, man, that was fucking low energy bullshit, dude. This is one of the easiest blocks that I've perpetrated tonight. Fucking rethink your fucking process, dude. Loose. Fuck. Loose. Okie dokie. When you get blocked, can you still view videos of yours? I don't care. I couldn't give a fuck less. Dude, if somebody's dumb enough to get blocked by me, and you gotta be really exceptionally fucking retarded, I'd probably feel better if they never see my videos ever again. Like, you gotta be beyond fucking dumb to get blocked by me. I haven't had LSD lately, period. Since the first time I was down, I haven't had any LSD, so it's been a while. It's been a while since I could trip with my friends at TJ's house. It's been a while since I saw crazy shit in the bathroom mirror. Favorite scene from The Big Lebowski. I always loved, and I don't know why, because it's kind of a dry scene, but I always loved the scene where Brandt is showing the dude the wall of accomplishments of The Big Lebowski, and the dude is like asking all these stupid questions. I always loved that interplay between those two actors. I just love it. Love how uptight Brandt is and how fucking loose and carefree the dude is. And it's a great little scene where they jam these two dichotomic, these two just absolutely opposed characters together into a scene and force them to be civil. I don't know why, but I find myself thinking about that scene more than any scene in the movie. Yeah, inner city children of promise, but without the necessary means for the necessary means for a higher education. So these are all his kids? Yes, those are the little Lebowski urban achievers. So racially he's cool? Those are not actually Mr. Lebowski's children. The little Lebowski urban achievers are inner city children of promise. I love that one part where the dude is like, is this with Nancy? And he goes, yes, that's Mr. Lebowski with Nancy Reagan. And that was when she was First Lady of the nation, not just of California. And he goes, that's Mr. Lebowski on the right? And he goes, yes, Mr. Lebowski on the right, Mrs. Reagan on the left. Oh. Oh man, dude, I love that scene. It's just so jam-packed. It's really one when I'm writing for something for myself, and I want to remember how to write dialogue where every fucking word counts. I think of that scene a lot. So he's a cripple. Mr. Lebowski is disabled. Yes. I love when he's touching that thing and he's like, please don't. He does it again. And he goes, I don't know, man. You like the scenes with Maud? Yeah, I do too. Does my mom watch DP? I don't think she's watched DP in a long time, but she does watch Ideology. She sent me a text today saying, Peaches, I went to your channel and I watched one of them Ideology things. I watched that one where you went and got a hamburger late at night at that 13 Coins place. And it was just like having a cup of coffee with you, Peaches. I really love you and I can't wait till you visit. And I was like, I love my mama. It was late when I saw it, so I haven't answered her yet because I didn't want to wake her up, but I'll call her tomorrow. Yeah, my mom is great, dude. Yeah, she's pretty fucking awesome. You guys will probably get to meet her because when I do go back to California this spring, I'm definitely planning on, dude, I got a fucking clogged ass bullshit. Are you really gonna be that fucking stubborn, dude? You gotta give up the clog at some point, bro. You gotta give it up. I know, stoner problems. Dude. Alright, flip it. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Dude. Alright. Well, the only other way to do this is to try and burn it out, dude. Yeah, dude, I do have shit to clean it. It's just in need. It's been a day or two, so I'm gonna, before I go and lay down tonight, load up the kryptonite and get it all nice and clean. In fact, dude, you know what? Since that's the last hit I'm gonna take for tonight, and I was gonna say goodnight, let's go clean Paul's bong. I'll show you guys how to clean a bong, yeah? At least I'll show you how I do it. It's a good little piece of informational technology, man. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Ideas, where we talk about teen-appropriate stuff and learn about stoner stuff. So, give these lights a second. They will get brighter. They're those, like, low-energy halogen lights, so it takes them a while to come up. So anyway, I'm gonna get my shit together here. Okay, so what you're looking at here is a pretty dirty piece. I mean, it's not filthy, but it's yellow. It's pretty gross, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump it in the sink. Low energy, Paul. Yeah, dude. The salty Salian. Yeah, so that's pretty gross. So right now I'm just running some water through it. And as you can see, watch, this is kind of satisfying when this happens. Wow, you missed it. See that chamber there that was all fucking black? Like when you run water directly through that, like, it pretty much comes right out. It's pretty cool. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill the bong a bunch of times, rinse it out, fill it, rinse it, try and get most of the crap out of it before we even bother cleaning it. So, waste of resin. How do you get resin out of a fucking, well, whatever, dude. I don't care, dude. I'm not at the point where I'm saving fucking resin out of a bong. Yeah, never use hot water when you're cleaning your bong at first like this. This is cold, cold water. So, always want to use cold water to rinse your bongs. Okay. So now I'll show you guys what it looks like after that kind of thorough rinsing and shit. So you can see still a lot of goo and resin and stuff. Now it's empty. Worst part of it is up here at the front. There's some real kind of gunk built up around here. So what we're gonna do is, this is what I use. It's called kryptonite. You can use ethanol and coarse salt as well, but let me tell you something about kryptonite. It just works. So what I usually do is, it's really concentrated stuff, and you got to be careful because it's really thick and gooey. So you got to yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's gonna take a second, but I just put a big fat shot of kryptonite in this. Maybe a little much, but it's all right. It's pretty dirty. So what you want to do to get that to go down through is to turn on your water, but have it go pretty slow. And then just add a little bit and let it drain itself through. You can kind of swish things around too. Free it up, and then add a little bit more. And then let it drain itself through. See how it's kind of getting into both chambers now? That's what you want. Cleaning the bong, cleaning the bong. Okay. So add a little more water here. You don't want to overflow it because you don't want to lose any of that concentrated fucking stuff that you put in there. So when I'm cleaning, I usually kind of plug both and swirl it around real good. There's something pretty like therapeutic about cleaning your bong, dude. I'm actually gonna let this bad boy soak overnight too. So it's gonna be nice and sparkling clean tomorrow morning. You can see like a lot of crap already coming loose, which is good. That's what you want to see. All right, I'll let that drain through. That's about as full as you can get this piece. So I'm just gonna set it aside. That part's done. Then the last little bit of shit that I'll do is I'm gonna rinse out the bowl that was causing me so much grief earlier. And I've got these little tools that I have that I soak in like some of this kryptonite water. They're like baby bottle cleaning tools, but they're like the perfect size to kind of get in there and clean like the insides of your shit. So I keep those bad boys around. Alright, cool. Cool. That's pretty gunky. I'll soak it too. Just put a little dab of kryptonite in there with it. So I put the whole little fucking piece in a cup, soaking it in some concentrated kryptonite. Set that next to my bong and just let it chill overnight. Like anything gross attached to the inside of your glass is going to be eaten. So that's basically it, man. Oh shit. Okay. What the fuck? poster. So what have we learned tonight on ideology? We learned how to clean a bong. We learned how to eat chicken. We learned that Dionor likes to play fetch. We learned that Paul is crazy. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm surprised you just learning that. Maybe you just showed up tonight. You don't know what we learned? I don't know either. I don't know either. Maybe we learned nothing. Maybe we're all just a bunch of fucking idiots. Hanging around together. Feeding off of each other's stupidity. Like a bunch of fucking stupid vampires. Sucking the stupid out of each other. Maybe that's what we are.